Hello, Jack.
Hi.
Well, can you put that day into some sort of context? How does it feel at the end of the first day?
Tired, yeah, no, it was a hard-fought day. I think we had to be quite patient, and we got a couple of wickets towards the end, which is obviously good. And with that new ball, hopefully tomorrow morning we can get a couple quickly and yeah, get back.
What do you feel about the state of the game, though, with the ball doing as much as it's done on the first day?
Yeah, I think there's definitely challenging balls on that wicket. I think, as you saw with Rohit Sharma and Rahane, that once you get a partnership going, and that with that older ball, it can get a little bit easier. So we have to certainly believe that we can do the same when we come to bat.
It's a first day surface. It was a first day surface. Does it feel like a third day pitch or a fourth day pitch?
Well, it's my second game in India, so compared to the first wicket we played on, I'd say yes. I mean, the first wicket didn't spin really for the first couple of days, so yeah, probably is. It's probably a little bit drier, and yeah, it's obviously spinning. Yeah.
What did you feel about Rohit's innings? I mean, obviously you wanted to get rid of him, but I mean, can you sort of say how you felt he played today?
Yeah, he played a serious knock. Yeah, obviously a world-class player, and to see how he went about it was pretty well. I didn't enjoy it, but he obviously batted well. Yeah, he's put obviously helped to a decent score at the moment.
Well, just one final one from me. Having seen the way he played, do you think that England will have to change their batting approach when it's their turn? That the feeling there might just be a ball with your name on it somewhere on the line.
I think we've shown over the last 3 games that we've been able to adapt quite well. I think we've even back in Sri Lanka, we were playing on some spinning wickets, and yeah, I think the lads have adapted really well to different surfaces. So I have full belief that we can do that here as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
James Cole, please.
Hi, Jack. How do you feel about how you bowled, and particularly how you've bowled since that tough day when Pant went after you in the first test, and how you've bounced back from that?
Yeah, I felt like I've bowled well today. I think I'll reflect a little bit this evening, but I feel like I tried to be as patient as I could, and I'm definitely the best rhythm I've had out there since since we started playing in 3 games. So yeah, this is definitely the best I've felt, and yeah, it's all sort of based around being patient and letting the pitch do what it was doing, and hope that you made some inroads that way. So yeah, that was my plan.
And what did you make of the third umpire? A couple of decisions today. You could have had a couple of extra wickets, couldn't you? Particularly the Rahane decision, baffling.
Yeah, well, we were trying to out there. We were trying to get them to roll it through because we felt like it would come after, and they checked the LBW, which we knew wasn't out. But that's all right. It's obviously a mistake, and these things happen. Obviously, I would have loved another wicket, but it didn't cost us too bad. I think Rahane got out next over, so yeah, I'm just pleased that he got out.
All's well ends well then, but it's surprising at this level, though, isn't it, that can happen?
Yeah, I guess I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, it's a bit like VAR today, isn't it? Still controversial, even though you've got the video stuff there. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, these things swings and roundabouts, and we get a bit of luck somewhere along the way.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Dean, please.
Yeah, hi Jack. Well done. Was going to ask sort of along the similar lines. I mean, going back to the stumping. I mean, Ben was right there, millimeters away from it. Was he convinced that that was out? And were you surprised how quickly the umpire made the decision on the stumping?
Yeah, well, Ben didn't say it was definitely out. He wasn't sure. So that one. But then when we saw it, we were hoping it was touch and go. That one I felt, and it didn't go our way. But the other one would have been nice.
And what about you? You touched on the TV interview about Moeen Ali's wicket getting Virat. I mean, what does that do for the team? Obviously, you got Virat through Dom very early in the last game, and then you've got him for a duck this game. What does that do for the team as a whole when you're trying to battle an Indian team?
Yeah, it's great to see Moeen do that. He's world class, and that was a world class delivery. And yeah, the ground went silent, which is nice to do out here. My first experience of an Indian crowd, and I've never heard noise like it when he came to the wicket. And then it went very quiet when he got out. So great to see Mo back, and I think he got better and better as the day went on.
Great, thanks.
Vishesh?
Yeah. Hi, Jack. I just wanted to know, it seemed like the ball was turning a bit more in the first session, and it settled down in the second and third session. So what was your take on that? Did you expect that to happen?
Yeah, I did think that did happen. I think probably more the ball just getting a bit softer rather than any change in the wicket. I didn't know whether it was tacky to start and then actually got a little bit better. But the boys seemed to think it was quite a dry wicket, so probably no change in the wicket, just more the ball.
And I know you have answered about the third umpire call's decision, but I just wanted to know about the Rohit Sharma stumping dismissal, because from far it looked like that was a bit tricky call by the third umpire. So what was your take on that? Did you think Rohit Sharma was out stumped?
I think I'm probably the wrong person to ask, because I would love it to be out. So I felt watching it, particularly from behind. I thought it might get given at that point, but the side on, it was hard to tell, and we can only see it from a big screen, whereas I think obviously closer up on a smaller screen you'd obviously have better ideas. So I wouldn't want to comment.
Two more now, please. Just George DeBell and Simon Wilde. Thank you.
Good day, Jack. Well bowled. Might I clarify about the catch that wasn't on the pitch? You were saying at the time to the on-field umpire, can you check that? Can you check the glove, not the original play and miss? And what did they tell you? Did they tell you they were going to check it?
Yeah, they said they were checking it, and then the LBW footage came up, and we were saying no, like check the other one, and then that was it.
So did you get the impression they had checked it, or that they just didn't understand? I mean, was communication a problem?
I got the impression that they had checked it.
Okay. And how long was it afterwards that you realised that replay showed it would have been out?
I think, we got the wicket next over, and the 12th then came on and said that it was out. Okay. So that's what we did.
You seem very sanguine about it. You seem very relaxed about it.
Well, there's nothing I can do. So, yeah, I mean, at the time I was a little bit angry, but I think getting the wicket the next over, kind of makes it a little bit easier. It's not cost us too much. And we got our review back, which is also important. But I'd rather have 3 than 2, I guess.
Okay, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Last two now, Simon Wilde and then John Etheridge. Thank you.
Hi, Jack. Just got a couple of quick ones. Ben Stokes only bowled a couple of overs, I think. Is he fully fit to bowl? And my other question was to do with sweeping. These guys today seem to sweep a lot more in this innings than they did in the first test. How did you feel about that tactic?
Ben's fine, I think. I haven't heard anything different. And also, yes, they did sweep. I think because of it spinning a little bit more and probably adapting that way. I think, as you know, people tend to sweep more when there's a little bit more spin. And yeah, Rohit, we've done analysis on him, and we know that he's a sweeper. So yeah, he played well.
You were quite happy for them to be sweeping you?
No, well, I would say happy. Like I think we, on a spinning wicket, you want to try and get them to play with a straight bat, brings edges into play and things like that. But yeah, I think for me, to the right-handers, they're sweeping from in front. If they're sweeping from in front of the stumps, then you feel in the game. But yeah, it's important to obviously set a field that allows you to still get them blocking and get them playing from the crease rather than playing too many big shots. So I guess it's about defending with your field and attacking with the ball, that kind of thing when the wicket's offering.
Okay. Thank you.
Last one, John Etheridge now, please.
Jack, a punt hit a six and the ball appeared to be picked up by a spectator and thrown back. A bit sanitised after that.
Yeah, it got it got done by the umpire.
But the umpires carried sort of wipes, do they?
Yeah, wipes.
And that happened during the previous test as well when there were workers on the ground, is that right?
Yeah, it happened if someone threw it back, then yeah, it was wiped with a cloth.
Right. And you're comfortable with the protocols in place now spectators are back in the ground?
Yeah, definitely. It was very special actually to have fans back. It's been a while for both teams, I imagine, yeah, so that was really good. And yeah, we've got good protocols in place in terms of our bubble, and going back to the hotel, it's all very safe and everything. So yeah, I feel it's been done well.